In ready-to-wear business, most of the things you do is on standard. You hardly see a ready-to-wear clothes that has 1440 degree flare. Okay, what you always have is clothes that have 180 degree flare. Have is clothes that have 180 degree flare and 360 degree flare. Most times you now have 720 degree flare because you are trying to minimize the waste of materials. Okay, because the lower your cost, probably the affordable your cloth will be. So most times you don't really need the calculations, all the calculations we do for flame. We have 360, we have 180, we have 720, we have 1440. You don't need all that calculation. So all you need is your tape rule, you need your ruler as usual, you need your scissors, and then you need your marker, and then you need your material. Now this is the bodies we are trying to create a waistline for. This is the bodies we are trying to create a waistline for. But we will not be creating this waistline because of management of our cardboard paper. So I want to assume that our waistline is 10 inches, right? Now, if our waistline is 10 inches and this is your material, it's 10 inches and this is our material, right? This is our material, okay? For you to cut a twist, I will be talking on 180 degree flare later, but I want to talk on a 360 degree flare now. So if you are working on 360 degrees, know that 360 degrees, for you to get a material to form 360 degrees well, you have to fold that material into 4. It's always folded into 4. That's the basic standard. This is how to fold it. This is your material. You fold it like this outwards from you, and then you fold it again this way. Okay, then after folding it, you keep it like this. This pointed side towards you is what we need for the flare. This is where your pie that you calculated would have been, but now we are not using pie. Okay, remember what I said. You fold 360 degrees, you fold it into 4, you fold it outwards like this, 1, then you now fold it a second time again into 2. This pointed side is what we really need. Now, if your waistline, this is what I mean by waistline. This is the bodies you are working for. This is the waistline. If you do not still understand, please go back to the video I made earlier about how to take accurate measurement. That is where I explained these measurements properly. Now, if this is the waistline we are working on, we said the waistline is 10. I want to assume this is more than 10, but because of our material, I want to assume that it's 10. Now, if this waistline is 10, now what you are going to do, because our material was folded into 4, now we are going to fold this 10 into 4. Okay, we are going to fold this 10 into 4. First, fold it into 2. Press this place very hard. Okay, don't worry, it doesn't damage the tape. Press it into 2 and you get 5. Now fold it again into 2 again, making into 4. Press it hard so that it gives a mark on the number where now you have exactly 2.5. Okay, so this 10 that was divided into 4, you get 2.5. Now on this pointed area, what you do is 2.5 is what we are working on now. You place this tape in a way that you will get 2.5. Place it to be curved where you have 2.5. Okay, where I have 2.5, you place it to be curved where I have 2.5. Make sure the arc is a little bit perfect, okay, to where you have 2.5. Make sure it's perfect to where you have 2.5. And I think, I'm not seeing because I wanted the camera to pick it, but I think it is around here. Then I mark area. This my own might not be perfectly correct because I'm not seeing it well. The camera, I wanted the camera to pick it. Now, after you have measured it that way, you now measure from here to here, and you now find out that it's 1.5 inch. That was where I got my 2.5. So in that 1.5 inch where I got my 2.5, you now start marking 1.5, 1.5, just the way you mark it for the pie. Now you have gotten the pie. You can never be wrong with this thing I just did. Then later you now connect it like so. You now connect it like so. Okay, you now connect it like so. Now the remaining thing is for you to measure the length of your flay. Now because of management of material, I want to make it to be this 2 inches. Now if it's 2 inches you want to make the material, now start marking from here. Start marking from here, 2 inches. Okay, 2 inches. Okay, 2 inches. Now you connect. This is a freehand style. You connect. Now after connecting, you now cut it out. You now cut it out. You have come to the end of the, and you slit so that you can be able to join it to the bodies. This is your 360 degree flay. Very perfect. This is your 360 flay. You don't need to do any calculation. Follow this method. If you did it exactly the way I did it, it will come out with an excess of 1 inch. You understand? It always comes out with an excess of 1 inch, and that excess of 1 inch is for your allowance. Look at it. This is 10 inch. It comes out with excess of 1 inch, and that 1 inch is for allowance. That's how our parents used to cut it that way, and it has been helpful in all my ready to wear sewing. I don't have time for calculation. Before you know it, sharp, my cloth is ready. Okay, if you follow it, you are not feeling the effect of this flay because the material is hard. If you do this on a material like an Ankara material, you will see how full this flay will be. Okay, now if you want it to be 720 degrees, remember that 360 plus 360 is 720 degrees. So you are dividing your tape, which is 10 inches for the waist, you are dividing it into 2, and when you divide it into 2, you are getting 5 inches. Now that 5 inches is what you are cutting this material for. You now fold your material into 4, then this 5 inches, fold it into 4, and then when you fold it, you cut it this way. That means for 720 degrees, you are cutting this into 2. There's no way your your flay will not stand perfectly well. Thanks guys for watching. Have you subscribed? Subscribe to this channel. You have a whole lot to learn. See you in my next video.